Can you tell me who said, "There's no place like home"? If you said Judy Garland from The Wizard of Oz, well, you got that one right. How about this one? They call me Mr. Tibbs. If you said Sidney Poitier from In the Heat of the Night, you'd be right. Or how about this one? You can't handle the truth. Okay, I do a bad Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men. But if that's what you said, you'd be right. Each one of these actors drew us into their performance and made it more than just believable. They caused us to feel their emotions. These are great actors. But, sadly, many people put their religious activities or their acts of righteousness on display for everyone to see. It's not who they really are, but what they want you to think. And they, too, draw us into their performance. And we began to speak of their righteousness as great, their generous donations as heroic, their speeches as mesmerizing. Each one gets his own praise for his religious performance. And others, thinking this is what you're supposed to do, create their own religious theatrics. There are some dangers here that you need to know about. I'll tell you what they are and how to stop the danger.
You're watching Timeless Talks, timeless subjects, information for life.
I had a friend walk up to me one day and ask me why our religious group did not participate with the other religious groups in town in a local Halloween trunk or treat. At the same occasion, he asked why we didn't participate with the other religious groups in sunrise services on Easter Sunday. He was simply wanting our group to have publicity and good relations in the community. Well, I'm not being judgmental in any way, but this popped into my mind. Beware of practicing your righteousness before men to be noticed by them. Otherwise, you have no reward with your Father who is in heaven. So, when you give to the poor, do not sound a trumpet before you as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, so that they may be honored by men. Truly I say to you, they have their reward in full. But when you give to the poor, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving will be in secret. And your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Practicing my righteousness, or as in the case of my friend, my religion, in a highly public way, according to the Unconventional Jesus, is somewhat dangerous. I mean, he did use the word beware. What is dangerous is the public display of my personal righteousness. The reason is that my righteousness can become pretentious. I can pretend to be extremely pious for the sake of other people watching. My piousness could become fake. Let me share with you two things Jesus said in this text. Did you notice the words, to be noticed? The original Greek word here is the same word as our word, theatrical. He's talking about a performance. And did you notice the word hypocrites? The word in Greek is for actors in the theater. They pretend to be someone else, not themselves. They are fakes. Jesus says this kind of righteousness or religion gets no reward from God. It is the kind of fake Christianity where I make it obvious how generous a contribution I am making. And people shower me with honors. But God does not honor me. Praise and distinction from people is gained by this kind of public philanthropy. It is its own reward. Whatever people think is all the reward you will get. God does not give any reward for you being an actor, a hypocrite. Our righteousness or our religious activities need to be real, personal, quiet. Make sure no one knows the size of your donation. Don't say prayers with lofty religious words so as to draw attention to yourself. Do not announce how much Bible you studied to create a talk or video or class, or how long it took you to make that piece of clothing that you're going to give away, or the blanket or quilt that you're going to contribute. Do not conform to what others do. Just make a donation. Say your prayers in private. Spend your time in the book. Do your own needlework privately. Just do it quietly without any fanfare. This is the kind of righteousness or religious activity that God does see. And isn't He the only one who really counts anyway? If He wants to give you a reward for your goodness or kindness or thoughtfulness or generosity, let Him do the rewarding. Righteousness should be for the simple sake of being right. It should not matter what kind of reward we get. You see, this kind of righteousness gives us joy and peace and contentment. These kinds of helpful actions become a wonderful reward in themselves. It's time for you to stop being a religious actor in your community's theater of attention. What kind of righteousness or religion do you have? Is it for everyone to see, or is it just for God? Here at Timeless Talks, we're grateful for the time you've given us today. We hope it causes you to stop and think. If you have any kind of need, you can use the contact page on the website. The link is found in the description. And we have people waiting to pray for you. Use the prayer request page for private prayers. Thank you for watching, and until we visit again, well, goodbye for now.